Hi, everybody. My name is Mark Clayton. I joined HFMA in the late 90s, and I met John Nutter in around 2000. And it was at a HFMA meeting in Lake Coeur d'Alene. And Eric Lewis was John's boss at the time. Eric was CFO at Olympic Hospital in Port Angeles. And I was bugging Eric. I own a collection agency, so I'm a vendor. Don't hate me. So Eric says, Mark, you need to go talk to John. And we're in the airport waiting for our plane. And Eric, John, this is Mark. Mark, this is John. You guys talk. And that was my first introduction to John. I did get the contract, worked with John closely. Um, and we became much more than, me being a vendor and him being the hospital. We became very close friends. We spent a lot of weekends together. I traveled to Mexico with our wives together. He was the only other person that I ever let run my boat. I've got a 50-foot Sea Ray, and I let John run it. So tells you a little bit about John. There wasn't too much that he couldn't do if he put his mind to it. The finance manager at Olympic decided he was volunteering part-time for the Port Angeles Police Department. Thought, well, I'll try that. So he left the hospital and became a cop for 8 years. Well, that didn't last too long because a year later, he got elected to the board of directors for the hospital. So all of a sudden, his old boss is now answering to him, which was a great story. But he thoroughly enjoyed that, left the police department, went on to work for the Port of Port Angeles, and had a stint there. And then year before, went to work for the Washington State Hospital Association, while also being a board member at Olympic Hospital. Um, Very dedicated individual. Struck down at age 54 from pancreatic cancer. Um, it's still very raw for me, guys. Uh, but anyway, HFMA. So John was all nuts and bolts. He was business. He was squared away. Did a lot for healthcare in various positions, and past president of this organization. But after hours, occasionally there might be some shenanigans. Don't know how that happened, but we were at the Davenport Hotel in Spokane for a conference. And I had just purchased a 2-cycle, gas-powered stand-up scooter and brought it to the Davenport. And John and I thought it would be fun to ride it around the lobby inside the hotel. That ended rather quickly. Thank God we were able to stay the night, but the scooter was put away. Have another story at HFA conference in Lake Chelan. I often hosted the hospitality suite. That was my claim to fame. But so we had a group full in the hospitality suite. We have all had a great time. Everything was winding down. It was close to midnight. And John, I, and Kelly Ryan, another HFMA member, decided we needed to go to the casino in Manson. But we had to talk with Scottish accents. So here it's midnight. The three of us should not have been on the road. But we go to the casino, play a little, and come back. But it's all in Scottish accents. And where this came about, I'm not sure. But there is a fun side to anybody that even if they put the work in 9 to 5, after 5, it's time to, enjoy life. And John did. Very much so. His favorite spot was his cabin on Lake Crescent out of Port Angeles. One of less than a dozen pieces of private property on that lake because it's all a national forest. So that was his sweet spot. Enjoyed snow skiing, enjoyed water skiing, enjoyed the sun. Traveled to Mexico quite a lot. Anyway, I miss. Thank you for your